And welcome to the January 2016 edition of Outlook Video, your nationally recognized, award-winning news magazine for LGBT communities. I'm Alice Heimsuth.
And I'm Jay Raley. All of us Outlook Video volunteers wish you and yours a very happy New Year!
It may be an obvious goal for our Outlook Video viewers to advance understanding and acceptance of gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender people in all areas of society. But where are the groups empowered to further these goals in the real world? The Gay, Lesbian, Bisexual, Transgender Caucus of the California Teachers Association is one agency with such influence in the California education community. We start our New Year's with Roberta Gonzalez-Gregg interviewing Katherine Catanzarite, Director of Region 1 of that caucus. We task Roberta Gonzalez-Gregg with double duty this month. She will also bring us her conversation with Janet Childs, Director of Education and Training at the Center for Living with Dying. With so much violence happening around the world and in our communities, Roberta asked Janet for ways to cope, reach out, and acknowledge unresolved grief.
Serious stuff. Jessica Johnson is a multi-talented singer and songwriter who has graced our shows several times in the past and performed some of her music live in the studio. Jessica has just come out with a video of her singing "Oh Baby, I Love Your Way." We are pleased to be able to share it with you later in the show.
For now, we go to Roberta Gonzalez-Gregg in the studio with Katherine Catanzarite.
Outlook Video welcomes Katherine Catanzarite, Region 1 Director of the California Teachers Association Gay, Lesbian, Bisexual, Transgender Caucus. Welcome, Katherine, and thank you for joining us this evening. I appreciate you being here and taking the long trek from Region 1. Plows, where is Region 1? I know there are 4 altogether, so that's somewhere in the Bay Area?
Yeah, it covers the Bay Area, it goes all the way up to the Oregon border, but I live, I live in Santa Rosa and work in Vallejo, so it's not too far.
Oh, okay, that's still a bit of a trek.
It's a bit of a drive.
Thank you for taking this trek down here, and thank you for explaining what that area is. So this caucus covers all of California, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, so that's a very large area and a lot of students and teachers. So with this in mind, can you tell me, please, is there a real big diverse community there that you serve?
Well, the caucus covers the whole state, and what it is in each region there's a diverse amount of teachers in that region. But a lot of the stuff that we do in the caucus also relates to our students. Some of the laws that we've talked about and stuff relate to the students also. So what it is the caucus just is out there trying to get information so that it can get the information to the teachers, so that teachers can get the information to the students and for the state.
Okay. Well, as a good teacher, you gave me a little bit of homework talking about that, and I looked up the laws, which I'm going to use my cheat sheets here, and one of them was AB 120, let's see, 1266. That is the one in regards to the transgender status, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and so please expound a little bit about that, and how does this involve with the caucus?
Okay, AB 1266 clarifies that students, no matter what, have access to educational resources based on their gender identity, okay? And because of that, it also says that they're able to participate in sex-segregated activities based on gender identity also, which includes athletic teams and the bathrooms. And that's what everybody's out there going, oh, it's the bathroom bill, it's the bathroom bill. It's not about the bathroom, it's about gender identity and sexual orientation.
Okay.
So, and some people are having a discussion about this. It's like, is that fair on athletic teams? Should a transgender person be on an athletic team as they're transferring into that other, not transferring, but becoming the other gender,
Transitioning into a different gender,
yes.
yes.
There was a word. Transitioning into the gender that they believe they are. And so there's been comments back and forth in the state. Nobody really knows what's going to happen. But then I did a little research myself, and the IOC, which is the International Olympic Committee, says that they decided they're going to allow transgenders to participate, but in order for them to participate, they have to actually have had reconstructive surgery, have hormone therapy for 2 years, and have registered and changed their gender on their birth certificate.
Is this a guideline that your caucus is using as well?
No, because we're not able to change that. When the bill came out, they decided that they were just going to go with it, and what's been happening is there's been a lot of discussion. Is it fair? Is it not fair? Is it, how's it going to be fair? What's going to be fair? Oh, it's about the bathrooms. We don't want the boys in the girls' bathroom. We don't want the girls in the boys' bathroom. The transgender student just needs a safe place. So whatever the schools can do to make a safe environment for the transgender student.
And speaking of that, the caucus goals are to ensure the safety of GLB students and staff in California public schools, to protect the rights and interests of gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender members of the association and their supporters. So that just falls in line, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
It does. Yeah, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Now, there's one more bill, AB 537, and that's indeed about protecting rights. Now, that is a mandate, is it not?
It is a mandate, yes.
Okay.
And what it is, it's actually in addition to the Student Safety and Violence Prevention Act of 2000. And what they did is they made sure that students were all protected under it. Let me see. Oh yeah, but protect students and school staff from harassment and discrimination is basically what it was. And what they actually added is they added on there a part that said actual or perceived sexual orientation or gender identity. So that's what was added to that act to make sure that everybody was protected.
I see. Because I know, especially in middle schools and junior high and high school areas, that's bullying seems to be
a big thing.
Just kind of a big thing. All of us got teased as we were growing up. For one reason, I was so short, and I got teased about being such a little short girl, and for other reasons, people get teased and bullied. But now they are more protected in this regard?
Yeah, and there's actually the main one that really started with some of this called AB 9, and they call it Seth's Law. They call it Seth's Law because there was a young man named Seth in California that was bullied and harassed so much that he took his own life. So what they did is they said, because of AB 9, they said that districts need to establish bullying policies, right? They need to make sure that they recognize when someone's being bullied, and they also need to make sure that the whole staff is trained to intervene and recognize.
So, now the whole staff being trained. So does a caucus do that?
No, it's actually the districts are doing that. So the caucus was out there trying to get some of these laws put in there. That's part of what we do. We intervene and try and help legislation go through. That's part of our goal too. But then once the law is passed, then it's on the districts and the state to follow through with that.
So we can look forward to such laws continuing to be implemented?
Oh yes. Oh, absolutely.
Very
and
good.
there's always new ones out there that we're looking at to make sure that things happen,
terrific.
is to protect our students and our staff, because we have GLBT staff that get harassed too.
Okay, so that's something else that the caucus also takes a look at.
Yes, we do.
Oh, excellent. Very good to know that. And you've been, so you're not a newbie at this either. You've been teaching in the California schools for quite some time, have you not?
Yes, for 21 years, yes.
Wow, goodness, that's really great to know. So you've dealt with all these students in different areas.
Yes.
Terrific. Well, thank you so very, very much for being a part of this caucus, for bringing this to our audience and our viewers, and to keep going on those laws to help our students keep safe and feeling comfortable in the classrooms. That makes a big difference.
And our staff too.
Yes, and our staff too as well. We want future generations to prosper and to grow and prosper. So thank you so much, Katherine. And for those of you who want to know some more information about Katherine and her caucus, if you look at the at your screen right now, Katherine was kind enough to give us her email address, which is
rete45r@yahoo.com.
You can reach her that way. Katherine, once again, thank you so very, very much for joining us tonight.
Thank you
and
for
doing
having
the
me.
work that you do.
Thank you.